welcome to a brand new vlog. I am in a very chipper mood this morning, as you may be able to tell. It is bright and early on a Monday morning, and this is a very, very big week. We have so much going on, both in the house and in the garden this week. I think I might make this a multiple day vlog, which I don't usually like to do, but I think it'd be amazing to just show you a huge transformation within this video. So we've got the chaps here that are going to be adding the paneling and the skirting and the sinks to my powder room. It won't be finished by the end of this vlog because I have to wait for the ground to settle to see if any cracks appear in the new plastering before I can wallpaper. But in a way that's a little bit of a blessing in disguise, because it'll be really nice to see the room with all the furniture in, and then what my plan is to Photoshop various wallpapers into the room so that I can make the decision, because it is a very crucial decision, the most important wallpaper decision I've ever made. And then outside, I'm going to quickly show you a little reminder of how these areas look now, but we are having a border put in outside the front of the house with hydrangea bushes, or I think they might even be climbing hydrangeas. I love hydrangeas. I love how spectacular they are. Just these big white pom-poms. I think they're gonna be white, hopefully. So that's going on at the front, and then out the back we have got our herbaceous borders going in. That's going to be transformational. Obviously we are still in mid-March, so nothing's going to be blooming just yet, but there's going to be, I mean, our lawn is never going to look the same ever again. It's going to be a huge difference. And then we have the chaps here now finishing off the gym doors. The gym floor is also being finished today. So at the end of today, the gym is going to be almost complete, aside from a couple of electrical sockets in the ground. So I think Charlie will be giving it a clean, and then we'll have our first workout in there tomorrow. My goodness, what else? Maybe going to the cottage at some point over the next couple of days as well, because I'm meeting someone to install some radiator covers. I found a company that do proper radiator covers instead of just the ones that you get from Homebase, because firstly I don't really trust myself when it comes to the measuring. We did have a radiator cover in our house in Clapham, and always just thought it looked a little bit cheap. I mean, it was fine, but if you looked up close I thought it looked a little bit cheap, so I thought a bespoke option. It's probably a third more expensive, but I thought for the cottage it would be really worth it. And they have some lovely options where you can have like a brass grill put on the front, so it's going to look really nice. So yes, loads of things going on. There was a frost last night, which I was not expecting, so I need to go and make sure that my broad beans are still alive. I'm planning on planting some carrots. I have ordered some shelving from Amazon as well, and I'm hoping to put, for the greenhouse, shelving for inside the greenhouse, so that I can, because I realised I've done so much seed planting, and then I didn't even realise this step existed, but then you have to prick them out. You have to like move your plants into bigger pots before you put them outside, and I have no room for anything, let alone pricked out planted seedlings. Oops. Yes, and then I've got my compost things that I need to set up. There's lots going on, lots to do. I had a lovely bath this morning because I was aching so much from all the work that Charlie and I did yesterday. I was painting, I was gardening, I was putting together my beautiful Easter display, which I will show you how it looks in the daylight in the entrance hall now. Yes, I had a lovely bath to relax my muscles. The only stupid thing that I did, and I do this a lot and I never learn, is that when I did my final rinse, obviously in a bath, I put bath oil in, this lovely Soak Sunday rose bath oil, but then obviously you're rinsing your clean hair in water with oil in, so I have still got a lot of oil in my hair, so it's very weighty. But I just ran the Dyson Airwrap with the bristle attachment through it, and it's given it a little bit of life, but I'm just not going to be having the best hair day for the next few days. But who gives a hoot, because it's sunny, we've got a lot going on today, So yeah, let me just quickly whiz around and show you a few befores. In fact, I'll pop a little hyperlapse in here of myself yesterday painting the powder room. So I used a really lovely paint on top of the primer from a company called Lick, and it is their shade White 06. So it's white but with a hint of pink, and especially in more shadowy times of day, it really does have a gorgeous warm pinky hue to it. So I'm really happy with that. I'll be painting the paneling and the skirting in that color as well, so that we always have that color in that room. And then obviously it'll be like that on the walls for the next 6 months, or 4 to 6 months, until the wall has settled, and then that will be covered in wallpaper. That's why I did the painting, because I thought it's only temporary, but I didn't do the best job. I'm not a very patient person, so I did get it a little bit on the walls, on the wood rather, but I'm sure Andrew can fix that when he does the wallpapering eventually. Anyway, let's go outside and I'll show you the pre-herbaceous border lawn area. So this is the final morning that I can show you this sweeping view without having a gorgeous floral border. I'm sorry if you have been watching all the vlogs, and you'll probably have heard me rambling on about this so many times, but as a quick catch up, the red line is the thickness of the border. You won't be able to trot through there for much longer, little Dexy, so it's going to be a really chunky border. If you don't know what a herbaceous border looks like, I'll pop some inspo images on the screen here. We feel like it just really suits the style of this house. The chaps from Nicholson's, I mean, this is the design. It is very precise, very considered. They've literally thought about every single plant and how it'll perform next to the others, how it'll look in comparison to the house, symmetry wise. I mean, they really have thought of everything. It's so exciting. So we'll have a little area here. These are some lovely flagstones that will be our stepping stones into the lawn, and then down here it just doubles in thickness, so it's going to be a really fabulous big bushy area down here. I think they're actually adding some more trees in today as well, so our orchard is going to be multiplying. This little area is the workshop for the paneling being created for the powder room, and then this is the bit of grass just here where we will be popping, or Nicholson's are going to be putting a big flower bed here, and then we're getting a beautiful climbing hydrangea up that wall there. Here's a little closer look at the pear trees. You can see they've got a few little signs of blossom, so very soon I think these are going to start to look rather spectacular. So I've just made a smoothie and come up to the office. Charlie left the room for a few moments, and look who's taken his place. Dixie! Are you on the emails this morning, are you? It is now lunchtime. I haven't updated you on anything so far today, but I've just been cracking on with work and making a million coffees while the gardeners and the tradesmen do all their bits and bobs. But I have noticed that literally everyone is on their lunch break right now, including Charlie. He's dashed off to Quince and Clover to get us some nice healthy lunch. So I thought, while they're all in their vans / sat in the wheelbarrows having their lunch, I will give you a little halfway through the first day update. So Ryan has been busy out here using various contraptions to pull up this part of the lawn. The next stage will be, I think he's got to dig a little bit out, and then they're popping some, I think, animal manure fertilizer, I'm not sure, something that the plants will absolutely love. And then we're having some kind of fancy edging put on as well, apparently the same edging that they have in Kew Gardens. And then obviously this side, which is probably the bigger task, is on the agenda for this afternoon. Oh, I'm freezing cold. I'm going to head back inside. I'll give you another garden update later on when I've got my jacket. This is what my dressing room currently looks like. I spent a little bit of time this morning before the chaps arrived just laying everything out, so that it hopefully made it easier to find everything. So it is somewhat of a jigsaw. Here we have the bathroom bits from Burlington. A huge shout out to ORAC Decor, by the way. This came on next day delivery. I think I ordered this on Thursday and it arrived on Friday. I was absolutely blown away. These are 2-meter strips of the decorative paneling, and then also This bit here is going to be the top section for a kind of shelf. And then this is skirting. So that's just going to be the finishing touches. All the bathroom bits. And then this looks like the boarding that's going to go in the corner there. It looks like it's been cut out perfectly as per the beams. So they have to cut out little chunks so that it will fit snugly into the beams on the walls. And then if we go in here, this is rather exciting. This is how high the paneling is going to come up. And then we also had our plumber over this morning so that he could help set up the sink, and oh my goodness, is it not the most beautiful sink you've ever seen? So that we can basically have a hole in the paneling in the right place for the pipes. They've got their radio going, hopefully I don't get copyright strikes for that. But yeah, so this is half of the boarding up here. Obviously it's going to be painted, it's going to look absolutely beautiful. And then I have two of these spectacular marble sinks. It is just going to look so incredible in here. Possible with this clip that I am butting in the middle of a hyperlapse, but this is my current view from the kitchen. I thought I would show you what the chaps are up to. So I think Ryan is using this machine in front of us to basically turf up and well, it's basically chopping up the soil, and then, or maybe that's what the other chap's doing. They're basically like really churning up the soil and then adding a fertilizer. I might ask them if they can go down and do that to my raised beds, because that's exactly what I need to be done. Good morning, my darlings. It is now Tuesday morning. The chaps are already here working away upstairs, and it is going to be another very dramatic day here at the house, both inside and outside. So I'm looking forward to sharing lots more updates with you. I was actually not planning on showing you these next couple of products until I was having a better skin day. I think essentially I've just been eating too much chocolate lately, where there is an abundance of mini eggs and cream eggs and other Easter chocolates around the house. I've been eating too much. I have had a breakout on my chin, and I've definitely not been drinking enough water lately. So I was going to wait until my skin got a little bit better, but I actually just can't wait to show you. So I'm going to quickly pop on just my normal base, and then I have a product to share with you that I know you guys are going to absolutely love. First of all, I'm going to pop on my ByTerry Brightening CC Primer. So this is, as you can guess from the name, essentially a radiance boosting primer. You can actually wear this just on its own or underneath makeup. On days like today when I'm just not really feeling my skin, it's a really nice thing to pop on underneath my makeup. It's a bit of a color corrector, a brightener, evens out skin tone, just helps you to get a bit more of a flawless base without actually adding any coverage. I am using this one, which is the shade Sunny Flash. So I feel like this is the shade that gives my skin that instant boost of radiance, and apparently this helps your makeup to last a little bit longer as well. This one is great if you do already have a darker skin tone, or if you want to add a little bit of a kind of bronzing start to your makeup. This is my other favorite. This is number 2. This is the rose one. Of course the rose one is my other favorite. This is great if you have a little bit more of a kind of ashy complexion and you just need to give it a little bit of pick me up, kind of lift your complexion. They're all very radiance boosting, but I would say this one is ultra glowing, great at color correcting as well if there's any redness. I probably could have mixed the two today because I do have a little bit of redness. So I'm just going to do my usual base, and then I will show you the very exciting new product that I know you guys are going to love. I'm so sorry if I was incredibly distracted throughout those last clips when I was popping on my CC serum. We now have the builders out the front of the house, and I just can't do my makeup in front of that mirror when there are people working out the front of the house because they can hear everything. And also Charlie was in and out of the shower while I was popping on my serum, so obviously I had to keep pausing while he was showering. There are just so many distractions going on right now, so I've just come to a different windowsill area to continue with my makeup. And actually I think the lighting is better here, because what I need to show you next is all about the complexion, and the soaring has just started. Well, this clip is not meant to happen. Oh my goodness. I'm going to power through. I'm going to power through. It is worth it, because this is the product that I am so excited to share with you. If you remember my vlogs last summer, and I believe the summer before that, I just fell so in love with last year's version of this, which was the Sunny Flash CC palette. This is the 2021 version, and it is called the Brightening CC palette number 2, and it is the Beach Bomb palette. So the gorgeous little pink CC powders were one of my favourite launches from ByTerry ever. They just the best bronzer, the most flattering blush, the most gorgeous uplifting apricot glow. And then they brought them out in the palette, and to this day it is my favourite makeup palette. Sold out so quickly, came back very briefly, and now there is the new version. So take a look at this. It is just spectacular. We have obviously got the beautiful bronze shade, 2 pinky tones, and then a more natural tone here, which you could use as a highlight, as an all-over kind of complexion lifting powder. And just the palette itself is beyond spectacular. There are so many ways of using this. I am just creating an everyday makeup right now, so I'm going to start with this fluffy brush, and I'm going to take it over the bronze shade. This is my first time using it, and can we just appreciate the kind of rose embossing on the actual powders? Stunning. So I'm going to very lightly swirl my brush over the bronzy shade, and this will just warm up the whole complexion. And of course, because it is from the CC collection, it's all beautifully brightening, complexion enhancing. It's all about adding that luminosity to the complexion. And I have to say, so I believe I used my last year, or the 2019 version of this, the Sunny Flash palette, so much, and I did not hit pan on any of the shades. So I have to say, if you divide the price of this by 4, because you're getting 4 products within this, I think it is just the best value. I think it is such a well-priced product for what you get inside, what it does for your complexion, how fabulous it is to just pull it out of your handbag. I just love it so much. I feel like it instantly makes my face very happy. So as you can see, it's a really nice, natural, warm bronze shade. All of these are colour correcting powders as well. Don't forget to take it down your neck. Instantly, I feel healthier. I feel like bronzer is one thing. As soon as I put it on, I just feel instantly better. Next, I'm going to take, which blush shade to go for? I think I'm going to go for this one today. And what I like to do, I don't have any on the brush yet, is smile, add a little bit to the apple here, and then take it up. And I think that's quite flattering. It's not contouring, it's just kind of creating the illusion of a more lifted face. This is quite a strong pigment, if I remember correctly, so I'm just going to very lightly swipe my brush over there. Can you see how gorgeous that colour is? Oh, that is just the most beautiful shade. I'm normally a fan of slightly more browny blushes, so I have to admit, I was like, oh, that's going to be quite daring for me, but that is just the perfect. I have popped on the tiniest amount in the whole wide world, but that is just the most subtle, spring-like, fresh, gorgeous. Have I had lipstick on my teeth this whole time? The most beautiful blush in the world. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with this one here with my more precise highlight brush. That is the softest, most natural highlight. It's almost got more of a warm tone to it to my gorgeous embellished ByTerry highlight that I was wearing all throughout the festive season. This is a slightly softer, fresher highlight, I would say. That is absolutely perfect. I'm not going to go overboard because this is just an everyday makeup, but you can see compared to when I first started vlogging in this corner how that has just really lifted the complexion. Oh my goodness. As soon as I got the email in my inbox that this was coming out, I knew it would be an absolute favourite. This is one of those products that I know will sell out, and I know that you guys are going to see me using this so much throughout summer and beyond. It is not just a summer palette. If you are tempted by this and also the CC serum that I used at the very beginning, my lovely friend Lydia has actually done an edit with ByTerry. She has a gorgeous bundle which includes this and the CC serum, and when you get them together as part of her bundle, it's around 20% discount. So I'll leave Lydia's bundle linked down below, and you can also of course buy them separately, but for the ultimate gorgeous, flattering, illuminating glow, then that is the absolute dream team. So I'm just going to finish with a little bit more lipstick. Oh, do you know what? I actually love tying in the whole look by using some of the shades within this as an eyeshadow. I'm going to start with a mixture of the highlight and the bronze. You can use the bronze shade as a little bit of a kind of crease colour to create a little bit more definition, and then the highlight just underneath the brow bone. And I feel like that just draws everything in all together. If you are in need of something for a travel makeup bag or a handbag makeup bag, you can just have this and it does everything except for, I mean, you could even use it with a skinny brush for your brows. You could use the bronze shade for your brows. I'm sure if you dabbed a little bit of the pink in with your Balm de Rose, it'd be a lovely lip product. So then all you need is mascara and you're done. There we go, a touch of mascara. I need to loosen up my curls because they have tightened up majorly while I've been doing my makeup. Oh my goodness. So much volume. Okay, so that is my everyday spring glow makeup look is what I'm going to call this. So let me show you my outfit of the day. I feel like I've been talking about getting these high-waisted ecru denim jeans. Yes, Josie's wearing jeans in quite a few of my previous videos, and they finally arrived from And Other Stories. So I popped them on today and I absolutely love them. I can't remember what size they are. I think I sized up with these because for me there is just nothing worse than a pair of tight jeans. I find jeans uncomfortable at the best of times. That's why I don't really wear them. I definitely do prefer dresses, but I did want to find a pair of trousers that was cool and stylish, and I feel like I have a few tops which would work really nicely with a pair of trousers like this. So I went for the And Other Stories ones. On the camera I feel like it's making it look as though they're really quite tight here, but they don't feel it, and I don't feel like they look that way in real life. But yes, I'm really happy with these. They're super duper high-waisted, so there's nothing tight on my tummy, and I personally just can't bear anything to be tight on my tummy, but because they're so high-waisted they really do just go tight at the smallest part around my waist, which is super. I've popped them on with this little new knit from H&M. Affordable, cozy, and very spring-like. And then these little shoes, I'm sorry about the building noise in the background, these little shoes which are a pointed toe mule. I'm not sure about how the shoes go with the outfit. I'd love to know your recommendations on what other kind of footwear I could wear with something like this, but overall I think it's nice and flattering. I'm so relieved to have found a comfortable pair of jeans because I really do need to start easing myself out of leggings and into some normal footwear now that the end of lockdown is on the horizon. It is already lunchtime. I've just been doing emails all morning, fun, and I've got such a craving for my delicious quiches that I started to do. So I've had a real rummage around, literally just finding whatever veg I can get. And in my little bowl of goodness, I have got some spinach, there's some spring onion chopped up in there, and then I pinched a little bit of butternut squash from Charlie's quince and clover salad boxes. I'm also going to pop in a handful of frozen peas. I cannot wait until I can go down into my vegetable garden and pick some fresh produce. I have also put a little bit of Parmesan cheese in here. So I'm going to season this and pop it in. Where did the oven glove go? Oh.
Oh, the plonker.
My tart base, which I whizzed up in the Thermomix. How fabulous are my kitchen garden Sophie Allport oven gloves that match the Aga covers. Blue Peter style, here's one I made earlier. This is a spelt flour tart base.
Yeah. It obviously needs everything.
So I've come outside to check up on the border, and the plants are in situ. They are all little tiny babies at the moment, but give them a month or so and this whole area will be filled with colour and voluminous plants. Oh my goodness, we have got such an amazing selection. Loads of geraniums, salvias, we've got some grasses, we've got some hydrangeas in here. Oh gosh, I've just spotted a lupin over there. Lupins are just spectacular. So everything on this side is in situ, ready to get planted. Got a few more bits and bobs here ready to go in. Let's see. Ethereum with little white flowers. These are more geraniums, which are really good for ground cover. Or so I am told. Calamintha, blue cloud. More salvias. More grasses. I think the grasses are always very striking. Good at creating different height levels. But look at this. It is just going to look amazing. Dickie's having the time of his life over there. It's now almost 4 o'clock and we have a filled herbaceous border. I say filled, the plants have been positioned very accurately according to the plan, and the chaps are soon to be heading home. They're just working on the border around the front now where the hydrangea is going. But yes, all the little gaps have been filled. Obviously it looks as though there are still lots of gaps, but these are going to get so massive and so colourful. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. And I think tomorrow the flagstones are going to be going in this little middle section too. So it's starting to look absolutely beautiful. And they said that I could also potentially plant some of my cosmos seeds as well, just to fill in any additional gaps. So I think I might do that before they add the topsoil, which will be hopefully tomorrow. While I'm busy doing my seedling planting in the greenhouse, Charlie is busy planting up. He's actually pinched a couple of the pom-pom trees from my cut flower area.
Do you know what's funny?
What's
Sorry
that?
to interrupt. What's funny is, it's just, this just sums up how our tastes are changing constantly and constantly evolving, and this is a journey.
Yeah.
Because I really disliked these when we first moved in, and I don't like them where they are.
You disliked them until about an hour ago when the chaps from Nicholson said that they would look good somewhere else.
No, I tell you why it is. No, not quite. He showed me
tell you
this when
why.
it's grown out more. Where if we don't trim this, when it's a bigger ball, it will look good. Anyway,
Can you stop talking about big balls, please? It's very rude. So look at these two
great.
little boys. No, it's slightly, no, other way, darling. Yeah, that's straight. So these two, if you can distract yourself from the doggies, are going to go either side of our doorway as a little continuation of the herbaceous border, and I think they'll look rather fabulous. Well done, darling. Hello my darlings, it is now Wednesday. Charlie and I have just been surprise to Dalesford to pick up some lunch and some nice ingredients for the week, and we are going to have our lunch outside overlooking, I'm sorry I keep staring at these straggler bits of hairs, overlooking the newly planted herbaceous border. It is almost finished. There are just a few little bits left to be done, such as the edging. I will show you that in a second. So we have some lovely colourful salads. I think we set a record with the salad prices at Dalesford today. How much was your salad, darling?
Mine was £17.
No, it wasn't. I saw the label. It was £18.72.
Yeah, but yours probably wasn't far off because your quiche was £4 or £5. How much was your quiche? £3.50, and then your salad was 12, so...
Yikes demoni, but on the plus side, in brighter news than Dalesford's extortionate prices, I have this gorgeous delivery of anemones, and they've actually opened up since we left. I just whacked them in some water before we left, and these have come from a lovely new company called ByBloom. They very kindly reached out on Instagram. I think actually I left a comment on one of their pictures about how anemones are my new favourite flower. I just think they're so beautiful and very underrated. I feel like anemones are going to be the new peonies. They are so lovely, and I think they have an initiative this month where they're donating 10% of their profits to a mental health charity, so I'll leave a link for that down below if you would like to order some blooms. And then after lunch I have a very exciting unboxing to do. This has come from Farmer Gracie, which again I keep getting served ads for them on Instagram. They basically are a supplier of bulbs and dahlias and plants, and I've ordered quite a lot, and it's just glorious outside, so I'm very much looking forward to getting out and doing a little bit of planting later on. Dexter is overseeing the implementation of the flagstones. Okay, so this is what is inside the Farmer Gracie box, and we have a selection of gorgeous plants, or they will be gorgeous in a month or so's time. Luckily we've got the chaps from Nicholson's here doing the beds, so they have advised what I can do, because basically, just cut a long story short, the beds down there, they've been churned up, but we need to let the compost settle, and then I need to put some topsoil on before I can do any planting, so that's going to be a couple of weeks. So what I am going to do is just snip these little bags, hope that they stay nice and moist, and pop them somewhere fairly temperate. So what I'm going to do is put them inside this galvanized trunk that Dexter is fiercely guarding. This actually came from QVC with a couple of other gardening bits, which I'll show you in a second. But just to briefly share with you what was in my plant purchases, we have got a few things that I'm sure must have been very pretty on the website, because I can't tell you what that looks like off the top of my head. Papava orientale, lovely. Gypsophilia flamingo, I'll pop some pictures on the screen of what these look like. A Shirley temple peony, looks like we got a lot of Shirley temples. Lots of gypsophilia, more gypsophilia, loads of Shirley temples. Ah yes, some anemone. I'm going to have to watch YouTube videos on how to plant these because I don't have a clue. And then down here, by the looks of it, more peonies, more anemones. We have got, oh yes, a white ranunculus, a pink ranunculus, Gladiolus murmansk, some dahlias. Oh my goodness, this is certainly going to keep me busy.
Put it in this track.
Okay, it is 4:30 and the Nicholson's chaps have just left, so I'm going to show you how the herbaceous border is looking. I think it's like 99% done and Charlie's about to give it a good old watering. I think we might. Should we leave the sprinklers on it?
No, I think I'll just do it by hand for now, because the sprinklers will end up getting on the patio, on the terrace.
On the terrace. We've been told it's not a patio, it's a terrace. So it will here on out be known as our terrace.
Garden terrace.
Garden terrace. But I'm going to show you how the herbaceous border is looking. It looks amazing. I actually thought it would look a lot emptier considering the plants are such little babies. But some of them, they said, could be as big as 6 to 8 foot by the end of summer. So
what?
Yeah, the anemones apparently are massive.
Oh yeah.
Which I can't wait for. It's going to be very voluminous. So we have our little, well, not so little flagstone stepping stones. They are actually concreted in. So those plastic things are on there to remind us not to step on them until tomorrow. And here is one side of the border. So as you can see, just little babies, skinny little plants, but you just have to use your imagination. These are all going to get so big and voluminous and colourful by summer. They've done the most neat and straight edging I think I've ever seen. One thing I love about the Nicholson's chaps is that they're so proud of their work. Like, they were literally high-fiving each other as to how straight and perfect this edging is. So we've got lots of a mixture of plants in here. I hope Charlie can remember what's what, because while it looks like this, I most definitely can't. But lots of lovely grasses, the pom-pom trees, Dexter surveying his pride lands. It's just going to look so gorgeous when these are all in bloom and when they're all a little bit bigger. Some of the plants have got little plant pots on them just to protect them until they're a little bit more established. But oh my gosh, this is just going to look absolutely magical. And what the chaps said, because I was explaining my love of cosmos and I said that I'd gone overboard buying seeds, they said that I could actually plant a few cosmos seeds right now in any gaps. So these are actually the ones that I got from Amazon, and they have been starting to show signs of life in the greenhouse. So I think I'm just going to go around with my trowel. In fact, no, I'm going to get my little hand rake and just pop a few in a few of the gaps. Seeds are in the ground and we're about to, I keep seeing Dexter charging over the border. It's that mad hour. They're just charging around like absolute mad dogs. Oh my goodness. So hopefully the cosmos seeds will actually grow. It is quite early on. Obviously it's likely they will still get a few more frosts. In fact, it's only just the end of March, so we'll definitely have a few more frosts, but fingers crossed a few of them might take off, because they really are the best cutting flower. You can get hundreds of flowers from one planting of cosmos, so fingers crossed we'll have endless blooms that I have grown in the garden throughout the summer months. I'm going to head upstairs now because the chaps that have been working on my powder room have just left and I haven't been up there all day, so let's go and see how it's looking. Okay, lots of the actual bathroom bits still out here. Oh my goodness, we have paneling. Yes, oh my gosh. This is very exciting indeed. So, wow, you can really see how it's gonna look. This is incredible. Oh my gosh. I feel like I should have taken some kind of progress reel in here, shouldn't I? But this is a really interesting stage. So they've got the paneling pieces, which were from ORAC Decor. They've got those installed. This is a really interesting shaped one. We were wondering what to do in the corner. Had lots of debates about it. It looks like they've just used, gosh, my fingernails are full of soil. They've used carpenter's tacks to attach it to the wall. And I think they'll be filling those in. And then here we have my top shelf. And it's a really nice depth. I can definitely put lots of products up there, a vase with some flowers in and things like this. And this is where it was so complicated because we weren't sure how we were going to do the paneling around the sinks. But what we eventually decided was that the sink will obviously be central in front of the panel, at least I hope so. And then you won't really see the top of the panel because the top of the sink will obviously be up here. And then on this side, we have got, this is going to be the most amazing beauty product storage over on this side. And again, they're going to be putting the panels in over the top. So it'll be a continuity. So it'll be a continuation of this paneled effect. Having seen this now, the half height wall is actually pretty high, so I feel like I can just go really, really bold with the wallpaper in here, because this wall that you see when you first come in, half of it's going to be plain anyway with the paneling. And also I don't know whether to paint the bits that's green now. I don't know whether that should be in the lick creamy pinky shade and then the paneling remain white, or the paneling be a deeper shade of pink. I might leave the paneling white to start with. Gosh, I don't know. I really don't know, but I'd love to know what you guys think. Let me know your opinions on the colours that I should do in here, or should I wait and decide if the panels need to be a different colour after I've put the wallpaper on, and then maybe we could pick out a colour from the wallpaper and do the paneling in that. That could be really cool. And then we've got the skirting board down at the bottom. That'll be going in tomorrow. Oh, I just can't wait for this to be done, and I cannot wait to be able to use this room because obviously I spend so much time up in my dressing room. It's just going to be amazing to have such a luxurious and beautiful bathroom all to myself. But anyway, darlings, this vlog has gone on for 3 days, so I'm sure it is getting very, very long indeed. And I hate to end it when neither of the projects is quite 100% complete, but I think it'd be really fun to show you them when they are complete in the case of the herbaceous border, and just the next steps with the powder room in the next video. So I am going to end the vlog here so I can do a little bit of editing. We're going to be at the cottage tomorrow. We've got various appointments, including someone to come and look at the radiators. We've got the bathroom stuff arriving, and there's going to be a little bit of time in between. We don't have Wi-Fi there, so I will do a little bit of editing while we are there. In fact, I might pack some like picnic chairs, because otherwise we're just going to be sat on the floor there. But yes, I will be vlogging tomorrow as well. I can give you more cottage updates, which will be great fun. But if you got to the end of what is no doubt a very long vlog, then please leave the word mirror. I'm just looking at my mirrors. Leave the word mirror in your comment if you got to the end. And on that note, actually, if you do happen to know of any really beautiful mirrors that could look great above each sink in the powder room, then please let me know, because I'm on the lookout. Susie Atkinson actually shared a picture on her Instagram today of these really cool pink bobble mirrors, which is unlike anything I really considered before, but I'll leave a picture of them on the screen here. Let me know if you think they would look nice in there, because I think it could be different in a really nice way. Anyway, I'm rambling now, darlings. I'm going to end the vlog. Thank you for watching. I will see you very soon in the next one. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Bye.